Many years ago, before the white men came, there was a peaceful village in the Niger Delta called Obuama. The people farmed, fished, and traded among themselves. They lived in round huts made of clay and thatched roofs. Children played in the fields, and elders told stories under the moonlight. In Obuama, there was a strong boy named Ekuma. He was 16 and known for climbing the tallest palm trees. He lived with his mother, father, and younger sister, Onome. They were happy and never imagined that one day their peace would be destroyed. One morning, fishermen returned to the village with news. "We saw large boats like floating houses," one man said. "White men are coming to our land." Soon the strangers arrived. They were white men with pale skin, speaking a strange language. They came with colorful clothes, shiny beads, mirrors, and guns. They traded with the local chiefs and offered gifts in exchange for slaves. Some greedy chiefs agreed. They gave away prisoners of war and even captured innocent villagers to sell. The trade began. One night, Ekuma heard screams in the distance. The village was under attack. Armed men, some were local warriors helping the white traders, stormed in. Houses burned. People ran in fear. Ekuma tried to escape with his sister, but he was caught. His mother was hit with the butt of a gun. His father was dragged away. Ekuma and Onome were tied up and taken with many others. They walked for days through forests and rivers, beaten and barely fed. Many died on the journey. Those who survived were taken to a large port called Bonny, where the slave ships waited. Bonny was filled with crying people, all chained and dirty. The white men checked their teeth and muscles, choosing who would be sold. Ekuma was strong, so he was picked quickly. Onome, only 10, cried when she was separated from him. They were placed on different ships. Ekuma screamed for her. She screamed back, but they could not reach each other. That was the last time he saw his sister. The ship was like a cage. Hundreds of people were forced to lie close together in the dark. There was no air, no space, and no water. Many got sick. Some died and were thrown into the sea. Ekuma prayed every day to return home, but the ship kept moving west, across the Atlantic Ocean to a land called the Americas. He was sold to a sugar plantation in Brazil. Ekuma worked from morning till night under the hot sun. He was whipped if he slowed down. He saw many others die from hunger, sickness, or punishment. He never forgot Onome or his village. In the night, he sang songs in his native tongue. Other slaves joined him, and together they kept their culture alive. They told stories of Nigeria, of the rivers and forests, and of freedom. Years passed. Ekuma grew older and stronger. He joined a group of runaway slaves called Quilombos in the forest. They fought against their masters and rescued others. They built free communities where no one was a slave. Ekuma became a leader. Though he never returned to Nigeria, he taught others about his homeland. He made a vow, "We will be free, and one day, no one will be taken in chains again." Meanwhile, back in Nigeria, the slave trade continued for many years. More people were captured and taken away. But some brave kings and leaders began to say, "No more." One of them was King Jaja of Opobo, who refused to sell his people. He was arrested by the British, but his resistance was remembered. Later, the British ended the slave trade in the 1800s. But the damage had been done. Many families were broken. Villages were lost. Cultures were scattered. Today in Nigeria, old slave ports like Badagry and Calabar still stand. Chains, cells, and cannons remind people of what happened. People visit these places to learn and to say, "Never again." The story of Ekuma is not written in books, but his spirit lives on in every Nigerian who remembers the past and fights for freedom and justice.